be a little late.
Mm-hmm.
So they will pop in whenever. All right. Whomstove would like to do a little bit of a recap.
Do we want to do something else first? So we don't forget?
Oh shit, you talking roll for luck?
Luck rolls!
Because inevitably when we start recap, we go through recap, we forget.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it, Danny.
Damn.
Danny's popping off.
The only thing I'm good at.
See, I knew I should have spent all that luck.
Well, failure means you gain luck, right?
Yes.
No, that's why, but I spent so much that I'm going to succeed most of the time.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let me double check what my luck is.
Feeling moderately more lucky.
What does yours look different?
I failed by 1.
Rip.
So.
Oh, no, not rip.
It's good for me. It's just funny. It's just 1.
I think it's the roll options at the top left of the sheet.
Yeah, Iris is set to a different one than verbose.
No, I'm set to verbose.
You're set to verbose.
That's weird then.
You're just haunted, I guess.
I like that, essentially, I have been gaining and spending 6 luck back and forth for the past, 6 sessions. Because I got 6 luck again, and I'm pretty sure that's where I ended up last time.
Nice.
I'm just rolling this to see if this changed it. It did not. Okay.
But when I roll it, it looks like, what?
I mean, it doesn't matter. Because we can still tell what's going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Okey doke. Alright. How about now? Can we do the recap now?
Last time was info dump day. We learned a lot
We
of
met
shit at the
Benny's
rec council.
family.
Yep, a lot of things were learned. You guys made new friends.
Yeah, the sister and the mom really like us.
Mm-hmm.
Which is concerning.
I'm a darling, thank you.
They just want Benny to have friends.
Which usually leads to one very bad result.
Friendship?
What's wrong with friendship?
That's fucked up.
Yeah. Well, you should tell that to the DM.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Friends never let friends be friends.
The cop is related to the family that keeps disappearing. The one that disappeared whenever ago was his, cousin. And he is now the youngest.
Mm-hmm.
We think there's a ghost that may have been a witch. And she hated her husband, was it? I know she didn't get along with the town, but I think there was a family thing too.
Yeah, something like that.
She didn't like her kids, or she resented them.
Yeah, nobody showed up to her funeral.
And
so she just
She
kind of
resented
buried
them before that, it looks like.
Yeah.
And the old family estate is still in the woods where the town used to be.
There was a storm and a fire. there as well?
Mm. Who knew when it gets too stormy in this area, in the salt marsh, the land kind of becomes not buildable.
Yeah, surprise, surprise. Water table matters.
Mm-hmm. You'd think they'd have thought of that before, but no. It's a little bit of a do-over. To take the town and push it somewhere else.
Yeah, no.
Um,
Avram and Elaine decided to have a book reading day with a totally not cursed book, and we're not going to
Slumber
regret that
party.
happening.
a little cursed slumber party. Feet kicked back, giggling like schoolgirls over the Necronomicon. Happiness.
We learned a lot about witches and spells.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And what is likely happening, because I remember last session you guys just kept critting.
Hmm.
Whether from rolling or spending luck to make things crits.
Which does not bode well for this session. So, you're about to get your turnaround.
Nah, it's fine. Everything's fine. Alright. I believe you guys made some more shotgun shells.
Hmm.
Got your supplies. We're going to pick up with the next morning. You guys all packed up, getting all your supplies. I believe we're saying that Nathan runs to the store to get salt. Anything specific you guys want to get or bring before you guys go into the spooky woods? Because you guys do get a very hearty and fulfilling breakfast. A lot of eggs, a lot of bacon, a lot of fresh baked bread. The Woods family is pulling out all the stops.
The extras get packed for a lunch on the go.
A
We get all the camping supplies we need. Saying it now out loud.
Yes. Between Danny and Nathan, y'all are set for this hike. Daniel, teach. Okay, what is that? That sounds interesting.
It's just a bread roll.
Hell yeah.
Fried bread is good. Fried bread is always good. Doesn't matter the culture.
It's
one of the few things the world agrees on. Fried bread.
Yep. She'll gladly learn how to do the recipe. There are cheek pinches for Danny. There are more shots thrown and fired at Benny for, why can't you be like him?
Yeah, that was another part of the recap. Apparently Danny is really thirsty for this dude.
We've made one joke.
Well, either way, his mom likes Danny more than Benny at this point. Okay. So, spooky forest time?
Spooky forest time.
Okay. You'll get settled in, head out from the town. People don't recognize you, but honestly, they are kings of mind your own fucking business. So, no one looks twice at you as you start your trek into the forest. There are a couple of waves. Once they see, like, oh no, we know that one, at least. Wonder what they're doing over there. Anyway, back to watering my flowers. But you do enter the forest. Where is my little mood setting thing here? And it's a pretty foggy day in general. The sun is shining, but there's a lot of mist and fog rolling in from the swamp. Even though you guys aren't in the marshland yet, it's still a bit muddy. And the air is just full of the smell of pine, fresh, but also the slight salt in the air kind of sticks to your nose. It takes a little bit of getting used to being around it so much. But you guys start your journey going into the woods. Benny does try and lead you guys in the general direction. You guys do have a general map of the place. And as you guys continue walking, after about like an hour or so, I'd like all of you to roll me a listen.
Oh, what now?
Listen.
Hi, sailor.
That's a failure for me.
That's an
Okay.
extreme success.
Damn.
I rolled a 5.
Goddamn. Okay. Elaine. Oh, Iris might not be back yet. Oh, there it is. Okay. Everyone except Nathan don't hear this. Excuse me. Oh, hey.
Hello.
Welcome, welcome. We're just getting started.
Oh, perfect.
We're
Mhm.
in the woods. We just rolled a listen check. Everybody else
Mhm.
failed. Nathan passed.
Make sure to roll your luck check.
Okay.
And
Luck.
then roll listen. Nice.
So that's a D10?
Yep.
Cool, cool, cool. Okay, then listen. Whoa.
God damn. Okay.
Okay.
So a 2.
Want to make that a critical?
Not this shit again.
I
mean, you're
think
free
I'll
to.
pass.
If you want to, you can.
I'll take the extreme.
Okay.
Yeah, save it for when we are in real danger.
Okie doke. Alright. So 2 extremes. I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want both of you to roll me 1d6.
2.
And you got a 3. Okay, cool. So, as you guys are walking, the smell of salt in the air and pine, the wind rustling through the trees, the fog rolling in and kind of making it hard to see too far out. Nathan and Rebecca, the two of you hear things. Rebecca, you hear almost like a dog barking, but you're not really sure from where. It's very faint. You can't really tell where it's coming from. Usually you can, but it might be the way that all the trees are shaped. It might be all the wind and all the rustling masking it, but you're certain that you heard dog barking just for a moment. And Nathan, what you hear is a voice. And it, again, almost like a whisper. And it kind of almost sounds like it's right in your ear. You hear the sound of a man, his voice raspy. And it's just very quick, what are you doing here? Before the wind again masks it.
Nathan just kind of turns his head, looks over his shoulder one way and then the other way. Slows just a little bit in the walking. Just kind of inclines his head towards Elaine and Avram.
Yep.
I don't suppose neither one of you managed to find some way of telling if a ghost is about in all your reading last night.
What we really found was how to deal with them, not how to detect them.
Then you see just a little kind of frown. He nods. Keep all your heads on a swivel, y'all.
All right. After that, there isn't much else that happens, at least not for a little bit. Ah, man, I wish there was a hiking skill. But I will take a roll to, I guess like a track roll. Or, to go in the right direction.
Natural world, maybe? Or is that more like study of it?
Or the study of it. So reading a map. And following it to the best of your ability to get to the right place. I
The
assume you
map's
guys have a compass.
gone, man.
Well, there's
The
also
map's
the
fucking gone.
forest survival.
I will take that.
I mean, I can do either of them.
Your pick then. If you... Oh.
Yeah, that's a standard success. Regular.
Okay. So, following the map, Nathan, pull out your trusty compass. You look at the sky, which side of the tree has moss on it, all your fucking ranger shit. You guys are kind of on course. You strayed a little bit. Nothing that you can't correct, though. And it's going to... Sorry. It's going to be a bit of a walk, and also... there are certain people in the party aren't going to be happy, and certain people in the party are going to be too happy. But things are about to get very marshy.
Oh. Did we decide that, we would be able to get to the town by nightfall, or was it one that was going to take a day or two to get to?
If you non-stop, you'll get there come nightfall.
Okay.
But no earlier than that. If you want to take your time, you can set up camp outside of it and just take a couple of days to do it.
I mean, Nathan will just warn everybody of, seems like we're about to come up on little bit of a wetter area. Very hard look towards Evie, like we are not diving headfirst into the mud.
Evie looks at Nathan, and you can see, much in the same way as when a cat spots catnip, the eyes change. And she responds very seriously, "Are we still not visiting the marsh on a research expedition until we're done with the current goings-on?"
He nods.
Understood. Only the most relevant examinations of the marsh?
Just an extra long stare for a moment, but he just nods again.
You can see the pressure building behind her head. But she understands.
Probably made sure that Elaine went and bought water boots.
Yep,
So that
she
we can
bought
keep her from complaining.
she
Waiters.
bought extra stuff. She went over the top.
She got custom tailored waiters. Who tailors waiters? Oh, Elaine. Elaine does. But I hope you're ready to put that to the test. Because just like Nathan warned, within the next half hour of walking, it slowly starts to get more and more and more muddy. The trees having more puddles in between them for long stretches before it just turns into just marching and trudging through about a foot and a half, 2 feet of water. Reeds starting to sprout in between, and the sound of wildlife around you in the area. You can hear frogs croaking and more rustling. You see, as you get closer and closer and you start going into the water, Rebecca, you hear that barking again. This time much louder.
Do you guys hear that?
Do we?
Roll me a listen. Evie's too distracted by trying to triangulate where the frog is coming
she's. Go on, Matt.
Got a nice 91.
from. Oof.
Yikes.
Man, y'all can't hear for shit.
I will spend 5 luck to pass this.
Okay. So, Nathan, you strain to listen, and it sounds very faint, but you can kind of make it out too if you focus on it. But, Rebecca, it sounds loud and clear.
And just like a normal dog bark, not like different.
Wolfie.
Yeah, not like wolvy.
How familiar is she with
Not.
animals?
Oh,
Yeah.
with animals in general.
Yeah.
I mean, I assume that like BPD has like canines,
Mm-hmm.
so like I think she would know like a dog bark.
Okay, it sounds pretty doggy.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So, Nathan, you can also kind of make out the barking.
He just kind of like tilts his head. You can see the brow furrow for a moment. I wouldn't say there's supposed to be any type of wild dogs out here. Maybe somebody hunting out in these woods. But usually that's a different type of buck, I think.
That brings up a great point. Is it like a distressed bark, an angry bark?
Alert.
It doesn't sound distressed. Have you? Okay, do you know when a dog barks and it's like trying to get your attention?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is essentially. It's not distressed or angry. You don't really hear any growls, but it is loud. It sounds like it's getting closer. I should probably see if Benny notices. He does not.
With it getting louder, is it now directional or still
Mhm.
kind of... Oh, it is?
Yep. It sounds like. Is Rebecca like turning in place? Is she?
Yeah, I imagine each time she hears it,
Mhm.
like she's like turning, like trying to,
Mhm.
I don't know, pinpoint the direction.
Mhm. Mhm. So it sounds like every time you try and turn, it always sounds like it's coming behind you.
Love that.
Does she express that to the group?
Like as she's like turning around, and now that Nathan has heard it, she would say pointedly to him, like, it just sounds like it's coming from behind us.
Nathan just kind of clicks his tongue and very calmly and very pointedly takes his shotgun and goes ahead and loads in a couple of salt bullets.
Elaine will follow suit, seeing that.
All right, everyone, start loading up the salt bullets into your rifles. All right. Continuing on.
Deeper and
Ah.
deeper into the woods.
Deeper and deeper into the woods. Okay. I'm going to assume that is a yes.
Let's go.
All right. So you
No,
guys
actually,
continue.
why don't we just leave?
Go back. You know what? Benny can just die.
I mean, he's a cop. Kind of has it coming.
Sorry, I'm back. What? Did I get tackled or something?
No. So, yes, continuing onward deeper into the marsh. As things get much more watery, the fog does start to get thicker the deeper and deeper into the forest that you go. The wind starts to pick up a bit in breezes now and then, ruffling your clothes and your hair. It's very chilly all of a sudden.
Is it just like a standard fog, or is it a like we can't see each other type fog?
I would say you guys have about I get like 50, 60 feet of like vision clearly before things start to get more and more obscured. Like, imagine the image here.
Imagine as it starts to get worse and worse, Nathan has decided there is a buddy system in place. Everybody choose your buddy. You must know where your buddy is at all times.
Alright, what are the buddy pairings?
Elaine's the
Imagine
last one to Nathan. She's not stupid.
I imagine Danny was helping Evie catch frogs earlier, but I don't know if people want that pairing.
Did Evie take a break to try and catch some frogs? I'd like to know.
She promised that she would only conduct necessary research. So she really, really, really wanted to.
Nathan
And
cannot stop her from grabbing a frog if it's in the path. It's wandering off the path. That's the problem.
and yes, absolutely, she would have grabbed frogs.
Alright, I need you to roll for this. roll frog handling.
Frog.
I'll take marine biology. Or I'll take.
If you'll take marine biology, I will give you marine biology.
Yeah, yep. You guys take a little breather to like hydrate. This is Evie's chance to catch a frog.
With the 68, what do I catch?
You catch a carpenter frog.
A carpenter frog? That sounds cute.
This little guy.
Aww.
I didn't know frogs could do woodworking.
He's very talented.
Multifaceted.
Evie is having an excellent time explaining all of the facets of this frog to Danny.
You found him inside of a wooden log that was floating in the marsh. And let me see. I have a button actually. Let me just use that. How am I typing that out?
See,
Cool.
Danny and Evie can be a partner pair, but they also then have to be required to know where Nathan is.
They can be a partner pair as long as they are both wearing the toddler leashes that go back to Nathan's belt.
The bright orange high-vis vest.
I feel like I wouldn't be out of character for Nathan to have gotten a bright orange high-vis vest for at least Evie.
Perfect. All right. So it looks like the pairings that we've got here are Elaine and Nathan, Danny, Evie, and I believe that leaves Rebecca and Alfram. Good to know.
Who's taking Benny?
Danny has Benny.
Oh no.
We made a promise.
Like under his arm.
Everyone just pairs up and Benny just looks at all of you and he's like, alright, well, I guess I'll just stay in the vicinity. It's yoinked by Danny. Go frog catching.
Evie has also explained to him a great deal about frogs. He did not want to know any of this.
His eyes are glassing over.
Smile and nod, my friend. Smile and nod.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Evie has not registered that his eyes have glassed over.
Mm-hmm. Just nodding blankly. But you know what? It is a comfort. Because as you guys venture deeper and deeper into the forest and into the marsh, Benny is starting to get very visibly anxious. Looks a little paranoid, looking over his shoulder. He's kind of got, like, rubbing the side of his arm. Posture. So, honestly, eyes glossing over learning about frogs is probably good. Now, I have a question for Avram.
Oh boy.
When you and Rebecca are walking, how often does does Avram look in Rebecca's direction?
I guess it would depend on how close we're walking together.
Guess that's the question, Cody.
Yep.
Once Nathan has pointed out, hey, you're paired with Avram, keep an eye.
I mean, first of all, she would have already drawn her gun, which I think would have like made her look out a little bit more, but I don't know that she would necessarily like walk side by side, if that makes sense. But she would be like paying attention.
We can call it every few minutes or so. He's smoking and kind of just trying to pass the time that way.
Smoking on a hike. He is speed running his fucking way to a lung cancer. I see.
All right. Can you roll me a spot hidden?
I assume that's me.
Yep.
If Rebecca got taken by body snatchers. My dice.
Runaway dice.
My dice have been stuck.
Oh no.
That is a success.
Okay. So this man is like walking through like 2 feet of water, smoking.
Yes, absolutely.
On a hike. Gonna take the pollution to the forest.
Look, it's marshy. I can't start a forest fire.
You know what? Valid. Fair. Looking over, you notice something hiding behind a bunch of like reeds that have cropped up. You notice this little guy. Eyes are trained on Rebecca. Very silently moving.
I want to say who's a good boy, but I'm not sure I like the answer. Yeah, he'll tap Rebecca on the shoulder and signal to stop, and point out that.
Yeah, as soon as you do, you see that it ducks behind the reeds.
Before or after she looks?
Before. Eyes are currently locked on Rebecca.
She just raises an eyebrow. What, did you see something?
Yeah, there's something watching you from the underbrush. Seems shy.
Is everyone at this point still visible, or are the other pairs in the fog?
I imagine we're all fairly close together.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't think
Relatively.
you want to get out of sight, like fog wise.
Okay.
But I
Mm-hmm.
think it
I
would also be a
imagine.
matter of like, does either of them think to try and stop everybody if they're walking to the back of the group?
I mean,
Yeah.
that's why I asked. So, like, if
Mhm.
Rebecca can still see everyone, she's going to try to visually signal everyone to stop.
Yeah, I imagine there's like, I don't know, a 30, 40 foot like spear that everyone is in.
Slow turn. Very clear question.
And there was something watching Rebecca from the underbrush. I would like to say it's just a dog, but I don't know what the dog would be doing out here.
I imagine that Evie and Danny were a little distracted looking for frogs, and so it's Danny who spots the stop call first, and Evie looks around and then just quietly acts as if she wasn't looking for frogs.
Benny blinks to life, like he was in a trance.
Can Nathan look around, see if he spots anything strange?
Mm-hmm. Doesn't roll me spot hidden.
I'm supposed to be good at that.
Mm-hmm. Everyone who wants to try and spot what's hiding can roll spot hidden.
That's a hard success.
Damn, this thing is so good at hiding from Rebecca.
Who's a good boy? Are you? Are you a good boy?
So, let's see. Evie, Danny, you guys are actually in a position where you're kind of parallel to the little bit of reeds that Avram points out. So the two of you are able to spot a tuft of fur sticking out from behind it. And I'm going to put it into the general chat now. You're able to see movement behind it. And you see slowly creeping and poking his head around, out of view of the others. But you guys are just able to make out and see a little ear, a little snoot.
Can I roll biology at it?
Yeah, sure.
Is it a fish dog?
Look, the skill isn't marine biology, it's biology.
Mm-hmm. It's a dog.
Is it a dog brand dog?
It's a dog brand dog. Imagine, okay, so this image is slightly inaccurate. These little bits of white, those are
Mhm.
not white. This dog is all black, but this is the vibe and the posture. He is
This
sneaking.
this is I went to Costco. I bought the Kirkland signature dog.
Mhm.
Mm.
Yeah, it's
This is
dog.
good value dog.
Okay. Okay.
However, there is something that you do notice, Evie. And you blink, And you guys are walking through like 2 feet of water. You can very clearly see this dog.
Mhm.
This dog is like scrunched down and like is sneaky times. You know,
Mhm.
you can see the whole dog. You shouldn't be able to see the whole dog.
That you said this was a Kirkland signature brand dog.
Yes, if you want to know about dog breed, biology. However, you do as once you realize, oh shit, it's a dog. Oh, it's kind of cute. What kind of dog? I don't know. Wait, the dog's walking on water.
Jesus,
Evie.
dog.
Evie will tilt her head, spot dog, start walking immediately toward dog.
Danny
Not,
follows.
not my body.
Buddy system, buddy system.
Yeah, Danny's following.
Mm-hmm.
Which means Benny's following.
Benny, who is like, what the fuck's happening? Sees this, and I feel like I don't think he spots the dog. No, he doesn't. But you guys do. You start walking, he's like, fuck it, guess I'm coming too. Buddy system following up after. And do you just like go straight to dog?
Oh yes.
Mm-hmm. You got the rest of you just see Evie and Danny and Benny just all just like going straight for the bush. Not the bush, like the
I
reed.
had success too. I know it's there.
Oh,
Not the
you
rest of
did.
us.
Oh, sorry. I forgot. Listen, because I can't see it, so I forgot it was there. All right, give me a brick.
A brick of what?
Fuck off. Fuck you. You never mind. You don't see dog anymore. Yeah, but Nathan, you do also spot dog doing a sneak.
He's just crossing his arms, slightly frowning. Now, why is he acting like he's hunting us? Or you, in particular, Rebecca?
Rebecca is speech.
What? Sorry, I almost just caused a small fire.
Oh God.
I think you might need to finish cooking.
Yeah.
Oh, it's out. It's out of the oven now. What?
Okay,
What
good.
happened? Sorry.
Evie and Danny and Benny are heading towards a bush. Nathan is just like crossing his arms, like, why is the dog acting like it's hunting you?
I don't know.
You were the one who said you could hear it, yes?
I mean, I could hear it. Yes, I heard it barking.
Nathan just kind of lifts his chin, calls out to Evie. She's leading the pack. Might want to toss some of that breakfast bacon at it.
Yes, I suppose that would be a good test. You see, this creature here is certainly no regular canine. Have you noticed its Christ-like qualities?
You get this like stare from Nathan. You're talking to the Catholic. He is very confused.
Hmm.
Evie, I imagine Danny has the bacon. That just feels right to me. So she gestures for some of the bacon from Danny and starts producing it and nods and then gestures with her other hand toward the legs of the dog. It's standing on the water.
If Danny had the bacon, is there still bacon?
Charlie is
Danny?
BRB, but I assume there is still bacon.
I would hope so. You guys haven't had lunch yet?
It's a hungry boy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, so how close do you just walk towards and try to get to the dog?
Evie would try to get pretty close up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
She's gonna head straight toward this thing unless she is stopped.
Alright. So, like, what? Trying to get, like, 20 feet? 10 feet?
I'm talking like a yard.
Oh, yeah, okay. So, once you get, like, zeroing in 20 feet, it, like, looks towards you and, like, ducks and, like, gets even lower to the ground / waterline. Sneaky. But he's just, you keep coming towards it. He's like, how can she see me? Backs into the bush. The rest of you can just make out, like, oh, you can see its tail now that is backing up. And yep, Christ-like qualities. That's a little hind leg standing on top of the water. Doesn't even look wet. Vivi gets like within fucking 15 feet and then 10. It just backs up even more. And then it just leaps out from the reeds towards the group. And then vanishes midair.
I didn't even get to produce bacon and throw bacon. Some Safari Zone bullshit here.
It's spooked.
Evie will narrow her eyes at the spot where it was. And
Yep.
then she will turn over toward
Hold.
Nathan. Oh,
Hold. I'd like everyone to roll me a sanity check.
But it's puppy.
Yes, but it also was walking on water and also vanished in front of everyone's eyes.
But it's puppy.
It's still a fucking ghost. Is ghost.
Chef Sandy at advantage.
No.
Yes.
No.
Evie's fine.
Yui is fine.
Nathan's good.
Blaine didn't even initially see the dog. What the fuck?
And
This
you have
sucks.
like almost double. Like what the fuck?
Are we
Mhm.
rolling?
Yeah, sanity.
Sanity.
Alright, everyone who fails loses 1 sanity for seeing the ghost dog pop out from the bush and then jump into the air after walking on water and then vanish mid-leap.
After the dog has disappeared, Evie turns to Nathan. Nathan, did this dog leave any tracks?
Nathan just still kind of standing there, arms crossed, just blinking at the spot the dog disappeared. Tilts his head and we'll move a little closer to the bush. And we'll see if there's anything left behind by the dog.
Mm. You can roll for it if you want to, but I'm telling you right now, nothing's there.
He just shakes his head. Oh, not seeing much of nothing. He'll hold out a hand for the bacon.
Evie will hand him the bacon that she took from Danny. Charlie, Evie took some of your bacon.
And Nathan will just kind of like wander a yard or two away from the rest of the group.
Mm-hmm.
and we'll just kind of open the bacon and kind of wave it around in the air, trying to get the smell out really good, and whistle. See if he can tempt the dog.
There's no animal handling here in this. I'll take natural world.
I can do that. Finally getting to use Nathan's core skills.
You're in forest, sort of.
That's a pass.
All right. I was just waving the bacon around, loud whistle, trying to get this dog to come back. And you see, Nathan, you turn, and at this point, it's kind of easy to spot. You guys know what you're looking for. You know his MO. You know, you start looking towards more bunches of reeds that make little, perfectly dog-sized little barricades to hide behind. And at first, there's nothing. And then all of you just see, not far from Nathan, just a little nose sniffing, poking out from behind a couple of reeds.
And Nathan smirks and just like tears off a little piece of bacon and tosses it in that direction.
You see, you toss the bacon, lands in the water. You see the dog slowly, like, goes out to try and, like, little plop of where the bacon landed. And you guys can see now, he can smell the bacon. He knows the bacon's there. He's trying to dig at the water, and it's not working. Paws are passing right through.
That's sad.
Do we have any ghost bacon?
Yeah.
We'll
You guys just hear the whining sounds. He can't get the bacon.
He'll tear a slightly larger chunk and just kind of like lean over and hold it out, full arm extension, so it's as far away from him as possible.
Mm-hmm. How intelligent is this dog? Not very. You see, he spots this. You guys can kind of see his posture is, like, skittish. And so he sinks back down behind the bush, but man, bacon smell good. He's kind of led by his nose, sniffing, and he slowly comes out, once, like, adopting that same sneaky posture. Lower to the ground means I cannot be seen. He just slowly starts, like, one paw in front of the other towards the bacon.
Can't say I was planning on seeing none of this out here.
No, but it is fascinating. Evie is squatting down not too far from the dog, observing intensely.
Mm-hmm. Eventually, the dog makes his way slowly, painstakingly slowly towards Nathan and the bacon. Eyes are kind of locked on it before darting to each and every single person, but going back to the bacon. Eventually, he gets to right in front of the bacon in Nathan's hand, and he just tries to take the smallest, the lightest little tape, and his teeth pass right through the bacon.
Amy, you're a bitch.
It's a ghost!
You're a bitch.
You can't eat bacon! It's a ghost.
Suffering dog.
He does try. He keeps trying. He's like, no, I can't. Fuck. Ears droop.
Nathan, seeing this, will slowly pull the bacon back and just offer his other hand. Sniffspection.
Sniff hand. Sneeze. It's a burst of cold.
Nathan just kind of like flexes his fingers. You see like a little frown. And then he looks towards Elaine, I imagine. Kind of in this like questioning look before he reaches out again. Very much like, am I about to do something stupid? I don't know what I'm doing here. Try to scratch the dog?
Do you know when you place your hand in front of an AC going at full blast?
Mm-hmm.
That is what it feels like. As your hand can't make any purchase, it just feels like really cold air in one location. Dog lets you. Dog is slowly perking up a bit, getting more comfortable being seen and spotted.
While Nathan is doing this, Danny will take out one of the like steel plates that come with meal rations, put some bacon on there, and take out his lighter. And we are gonna try to set the bacon on fire.
Like ghost of bacon.
A little acting offering.
Can you tell me more about this?
So, in one of the Filipino cultures, a food offering, you pretty much just set something out, and some cultures light it on fire, others just leave it out or like let it rot. But it's essentially to like offer it to spirits or drive away evil.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. So you light it on fire on the steel plate, and that immediately gets his attention. And he just kind of trots over towards the smell of the bacon. And he just kind of sits in front of it, watching as Danny just starts lighting it and then burning it. Now, is this like burning it like to a crisp or like ash or like what exactly is happening?
I guess it depends on what kind of supplies we have.
Think camping gear. Miscellaneous. Whatever you can find at like Dick's Sporting Goods.
So he just took out like a little steel plate kind of deal.
Mhm.
So I imagine it's just to a crisp. If allowed to experiment longer, then we can go to ash.
Mhm. I mean, how much time do you guys want to dedicate to this?
I mean, Nathan's not stopping him. Nathan's a little confused.
Yeah.
Evie's also not stopping him. She finds this an interesting prospect.
Mhm. Mhm.
Danny will take the time to explain some of the cultures. I believe it's Ilocanos. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Mm.
And although Z desperately wants this dog to have bacon now.
Okay. So you've got all the fucking time. You guys are just chilling in a marsh, you know? This is the first interesting thing to really happen. And the dog just watches, sitting. So you got the time to turn it to ash if you want to. Now do you, like, present it to the dog?
We present it, but not without taking out a crucifix.
Christ-like quality. Sorry, I love that phrasing. So, you present to dog, and it sniff, and then, just like before with Nathan, where he just the very smallest, politest, like, grab, he puts snoot and, like, front little teeths into steel plate to kind of grab at the ash. And he pulls away, and you guys see bacon in his mouth.
Evie looks at Danny, tilts her head. Have you tried this with other spectres?
I've never seen a ghost before.
And yet you knew exactly what it was that needed to be done.
And Danny looks up. It was a wild guess.
Evie will nod. It was a shot well taken, wasn't it? And will continue observing dog.
The dog has done this with the bacon. And now he's kind of running around.
Oh.
Well, never thought I was
He
going
does.
to have a chance to actually touch a ghost. Things feels like an ice box. Dancy boy.
Mm-hmm. Dog eats bacon after parading it around. And then it beelines straight for Rebecca.
Evie leans over to Danny, whispers, "Do you think the dog is Filipino?"
I'm gonna go no.
Perhaps it's some sort of cross-cultural law concerning ghosts. This does raise interesting questions. I'm going to have to keep a bit of ash on me now from various foodstuffs.
I think Danny's racking his brain trying to think of dogs native to the Philippines. And the only thing comes up is a forest dog, and his line of thinking is this not quite a forest, but it's similar, isn't it? I'll start burning more bacon for Evie.
Evie will split time between observing Ghost Dog and pocketing some bacon ash for later use.
Don't
Mm-hmm.
worry all about bacon. We do still need to eat today.
Perhaps one more strip?
Nathan just nods. Just make sure you save some for when all of us are hungry this evening.
Evie will nod. Earn one more strip. Use that strip.
One more strip. New knowledge acquired. Dog is happy.
Goody.
It made the beeline?
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Went straight for Rebecca.
Okay.
It's sitting in front of her now. Tail kind of vibrating. Looking up at her. Begging for pets.
She looks around at everyone else like, what should she do?
It does not seem aggressive, at least.
Ethan just lifts a hand. Didn't hurt me none when I touched it. Just felt like I put my hand in a bit of snow or something.
Feels very cold. Like cold air. But tail is just tapping against the surface of the water. Happiness.
Is the water being disturbed at all by the tail?
Nope. But it does seem like the surface of the water is essentially like a hard surface for the dog.
Looks like you got yourself a new friend, detective.
What do I do with it?
Well, keep burning more food for it, I guess. Not the worst thing you could be haunted by. It doesn't have any type of color or anything on it, right?
Nope. But he does seem happy with the pets given. He will now do his due diligence, sniff everyone. But he does sneak to every person to do it.
What's he think?
Everyone passes the vibe check. See, Benny looks so lost at what the fuck is happening. Fucking ghost right here. And it seems friendly? It's just a dog. But he kind of makes like an aha noise. It's like, I think I heard about this growing up.
Some other people in this area been chased around by this ghosty?
I think so. Just campfire stories. There's a black dog that in the forest. I think that the story goes was it was a dog on a pirate ship.
You see, like, raise an eyebrow, look at the dog, look at Benny, looks around.
Or no, it wasn't a pirate ship. It was just a ship, and I think that ship got attacked by pirates.
Get attacked by pirates. Yeah.
He just nods. Yeah, there were. I think it's around Absecon Island, around that area. I guess around here. Guess the dog is still here.
No wonder you were so hungry for some bacon. I can't imagine having to sit here and not eat for that long.
See, he nods. Yeah. I feel kind of bad for it. God, killed whole crew. Got killed by pirates, I think, and I guess they didn't spare the dog.
Well, now that we know there ain't no dogs coming around trying to attack us, Nathan just gives a little shrug. Suppose we just keep on going and seeing if that one will just follow us around.
I guess it's not really hurting having it here. Should we have a ghost around, or should we not?
In some cultures, a black dog is a bad omen. In others, it's associated with depression.
Do you think it's bad luck to have it with us?
Those stories are true, but they may not be.
He shrugs. Alright, well, looks like we have another friend with us.
As long as they ain't doing nothing bad, don't see no reason to chase them off or worry ourselves too much. Be nice to be able to, I don't know, let them free. He kind of looks at Avram and then Elaine, but that might be a little bit beyond our capabilities.
Yeah. We don't even really know where it's buried. Is it buried? I don't think the pirates would have buried the dog. Also, it's hunting you now, I think. Lo and behold, it's currently hunting Nathan. Sneaky.
Nathan just kind of glances at the dog,
Freezes.
smirks, looks away, and then turns back around and claps at it.
It jumps and disappears again.
Dog's a dog, dog is a dog. Doesn't matter if it's alive or dead, it seems. Came out, I'd like to get us to somewhere that actually has semi-dry ground before the night falls too much.
I would like to get out of this map as soon as possible.
Can't argue with you there.
Evie is moisturized in her lane, thriving.
Mm-hmm. Has found Frog and also now Ghost.
Things
And
could not
also-
be better for her right now.
Mm-hmm. And way to feed ghosts.
I
Thriving.
imagine. Oh, gone.
No, yeah, she's thriving.
I imagine that this level of contented quiet is actually very unusual.
Amazing. But dog is gone. For now. You can assume he's probably still hunting you guys. Out of sight. And it would probably take like about an hour if you want to still be heading towards your destination in order before things start to dry up a bit. There's a whole lot of critters. And some mosquitoes.
Alive
Not
ones.
many. Yes. Unfortunately, you wish these ones were ghosts, because then they wouldn't fucking hurt. But there aren't too many. Cold enough that activity is low. But things do start to get less watery, and then more mucky, and then more muddy. And eventually, you are on dry land again. Now, I'd like everyone to roll me a listen.
It's a standard success.
Mm-hmm.
Standard success.
Alright. So, Avram and Nathan, as you guys, I guess, trade your waiters out for your regular walking gear. Take a little bit of a breather, probably. So Avram's still smoking. Has he just been chain smoking the whole time, or is it only sometimes?
On and off.
On and off? Mm-hmm. You guys hear footsteps. Almost like heavy boots.
Which direction?
Sounds like they're coming from up ahead. Out of sight, the fog has gotten thicker, more dense. It's much harder to see. You can still clearly see each other. You're close enough for that, but 30 feet out gets much thicker and much more obscured.
said heavy boots is what we hear?
Mm-hmm. Heavy boot footstep. Almost like thumping. Coming from the fog.
Heading in our direction.
Mm-hmm.
Nathan just slowly stands up again. Kind of picks up gun. Stares in that direction.
Is he aiming the gun, or is he just holding the gun?
He's just holding it.
Mm-hmm. You hear the footsteps stop. Then you hear what sounds like just something sliding on the ground. And then you hear the footsteps start picking up more. And getting louder and louder.
Like,
Coming directly towards you all.
running or just getting closer?
Both. The heavy thumping gets louder and louder and then starts to pick up speed. And it sounds like something is running full sprint towards you guys. And at this point, everyone can hear it.
Nathan will just kind of brace himself.
Mm-hmm.
Get behind Nathan.
Evie will slide a bit closer to Danny, although she does look a bit upset to have been knocked out of her reverie.
Aw. As you all try to brace yourselves and either find a human shield or a buddy, the footsteps just get louder and louder to a point where you can almost feel every heavy falling of it just kind of thump in your chest. And they start picking up speed and getting faster and faster and faster. And it almost sounds like it starts to multiply, like there's multiple footsteps, all running full sprint towards all of you. And then they stop. Completely. You'd probably guesstimate about 30 feet out in front of you. All of it just ceases, and all you can hear is just the whistling of the wind flowing by.
How am I gonna need whoever's out there to identify themselves?
Silence.
And Ethan kind of tilts his head slightly with a frown. Were you the one whispering back there when we started in on this marsh?
No response. But after a moment, the footsteps start again, but slower, heavier, almost ticking like clockwork, just one step, step, getting closer. You still can't see anything. However, Rebecca, behind you, you hear the barking again. The dog's reappeared. And he's behind you. And he's barking so loud and so viciously at the path in front of you, in front of the group. His fur is haunched up, tail between his legs, lower to the ground, his ears are reared back. He looks scared. But no, can't see anything. All you can hear are the footsteps getting closer and closer.
Is it just Rebecca that hears, or everybody?
Everyone.
Elaine's going to start stepping back a little bit. Usually, animals are pretty smart with this kind of stuff.
Yeah. Nathan's gonna do a dumb thing.
Oh?
I'll just kind of look at the dog, look where the dog's looking, back and forth, kind of judge the trajectory. Just gonna fire.
Alright. You fire off your gun into the path in front of you, trying to line up where the dog's looking in front of you, where you can hear the footsteps echoing that just echoes and reverberates through all of the trees around you. And after a second, there's silence. The footsteps stop again. The last sound being the shot going off, a bit of smoke coming out. And finally, the silence is broken as all of you hear a loud, booming voice. Nathan, the same voice you heard before. And again, it's that same almost raspiness in it. As you just hear, I'm going to give you 5 seconds to run. Do you run?
I feel like we don't, but I'm just throwing that out there.
Nathan will very clearly kind of shove Elaine back towards Evie and Danny and like place himself more in front of them.
Elaine does not resist.
Okay. I'll tell you right now, the dog runs.
Good boy.
Mm-hmm.
Good, safe boy.
He's outie. He runs, tail tucked between his legs, disappearing and vanishing. But if you guys don't run, you guys see a figure in the fog appear. Those same footsteps start up again. And there's something about this figure that's a bit off, and it's not until it gets a bit closer that you realize you can't make out any details on it. The fog is still too thick. However, you do notice one detail. This body that's walking towards you, that you can only really see a silhouette of, doesn't have a head.
Fucking Ichabod Crane ass.
What?
A headless horseman. It was very technically the headless Hessian, my junior high school teachers would want me to say.
Ah, fuck, are they in stream?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Um,
You guys... Oh,
Did we read anything in any of the registers about somebody who might have gotten decapitated in the town?
nope. Not not in the town registry. But if you think that Avram would have read up on the area and any of the folklore on it, you can try and roll to see if you can figure out what ghosty this is.
Sure.
The struggle when outside knowledge and inside knowledge are very different.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for playing ball with me, Z.
Oh.
You can info dump after this arc is over. I know. I'm proud of you for restraining yourself. But if you've got any knowledge in ghosty or folklore, I don't know if you do. I'll also take an occult. I feel like that would fall under that.
Can I roll
Give
history?
it a shot.
You can, if you think Nathan would know about this or would have read up on this.
He wouldn't.
Hmm.
That is an extreme success on occult.
Damn.
All right. You're not sure exactly when you read this, the exact moment, but actually, wait, no, you did this in preparation. Duh. The fuck? But seeing the figure and seeing it headless, that is a ring-ding-dinger for a ghost that is known to locals, that they've spoken about, they've written about, had stories of a pirate captain who is often seen like headless. That's one of the telltale signs that that is who the ghosty is, if you believe that he exists. Obviously, he's right fucking here. So, and something that is always consistent is that this guy is very, very protective of his treasure. A lot of people report happening upon him and him chasing them away to protect his precious hoard. Whether or not it exists or not, no one knows. No one's actually found it. But
You have a name?
Captain Kidd.
I believe I read something about this. Let's see. I guess appropriately with what Ben said about the dog, a pirate captain who haunts the local area trying to protect his treasure, which, if there is such treasure, I imagine we're very close.
As you. What?
Go on.
Oh. As you share this information, your 5 seconds are up. You see the figure pull out a sword and start charging towards all of you. And we're gonna go into combat. Oh, whoops.
We have to drag our tokens onto the page. There you go.
Yep.
We have to do that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't select it.
Nuts, it's all good. You have your turn order up. Delete. Delete. All right.
Where's the initiative button on the sheet?
I don't need to roll it.
It's under your combat. There's dexterity turn to, or
Oh,
dexterity
the
to
turn.
turn tracker.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Can all of you see your turn order or no?
Yeah.
Once
I got
Uh,
deleted.
Huh?
oh, okay, but no valid token was selected. Okay. I guess I'll do that again. Oh, sorry. My bad.
yeah, and you
Lots of
deleted Rebecca's.
65s.
There you go.
There are duplicates. Oh no. Alright, guys. I know you guys just did this, but what we're gonna do is we're just gonna clear it, and then we're just gonna do it again.
Who is duplicated?
For me, everyone.
Yeah, it's best to not
Oh.
like individually clear, or just like do a full turn order clear every time you start a new combat.
Mm-hmm.
It got deleted.
Oh. I see there was a delay on my remove all turns button.
Am I safe to click?
Yes. Okay, cool. Oof. Ouchies. Alright. If you guys don't mind, 5 minutes break, run to the bathroom, and we'll do this combat real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
The dichotomy between the fast youngins and the slow old men. If we're taking a break, I'm going to go make myself a sandwich really fast. I'll probably be more than 5 minutes, but since Nathan's at the bottom of the turn order almost, just tell him to go on without me.
Gotcha. We're back.
In the back.
Hello.
Welcome back.
She gets a welcome back and I don't?
I didn't hear you say you came back. I thought you were still making your sandwich. Welcome back. What kind of sandwich is it?
Roast beef.
I don't think I've ever had a roast beef sandwich.
You've never had roast beef?
Hello.
I don't think I've
Hello.
ever. Yeah, no. I've had meatloaf. Welcome back.
Nothing alike. Nothing alike.
I've never had a roast beef sandwich either.
Neither have I.
Neither
Neither
have
have
I.
I.
What the
Yeah,
fuck?
that it doesn't count if you've never had one.
I mean, I've never had one either, so.
Yeah, you
Iris,
don't
have
eat
you
meat.
had one?
Roast
Alright.
beef is damn near one of the only, like, deli meats I eat. Roast beef and turkey.
Alright. So, do we get everybody?
Hello?
Hello?
I am
Iris,
here.
have you eaten roast beef sandwich?
What?
Have you eaten a roast beef sandwich?
Like in the past? Yeah.
Okay. So it's just you and Z.
I guess that's a white girl thing.
I mean, roast beef is probably my favorite sandwich, actually.
See?
Here's how
See?
we test it. Matt, did people in your family consume roast beef sandwiches?
I have no idea.
Mhm.
No,
What's the
not
context
really.
am I missing here?
I made a sandwich. And I said it was a roast beef sandwich, and all these people are like, "I've never had roast beef. It's literally the only the two of us."
Huh. Eh,
In my defense, I don't eat beef, so
Yeah.
See, like half
Same
of
for
you
Amy,
don't
right?
fucking count.
Still never had it though.
Doesn't count. You can't.
All right. There's a placeholder token. But if we got everybody, roll ahead and roll in. I just want to say, eventually you fuckers are gonna learn the chase rules.
No, we're good.
There's a whole fucking mechanic for chase. Being
We're good.
chased. You guys are too brave, damn it.
I just want to give a warning just in case it does happen.
Mm-hmm.
I took my sleepy time meds. So if I pass out, I am sorry. I haven't passed out yet from them like that, like uncontrollably kind of thing. But just in case.
Yeah,
Are you good to keep going then? Because if we're about to start up a combat, it's a good place to put pause on things too, if you want.
I mean, we're still at a half hour, right? So
Because for context, I asked Amy when I first jumped into call that we cut off at 10:30.
Gotcha.
eat.
and they usually take a half hour to kick in. That's why I just skip them. So
Yeah, no
I don't
worries.
think it'll happen.
If you pass out, you'll
Yeah.
be bumped to the basement. So if you wake up in the basement, you know what happened.
Yeah. I'm just trying to give a warning. That's all.
Okay. Thank you for the warning.
Let's do this.
Give you 5 seconds to run. Eventually, we're gonna do the fucking chase rules. It's gonna force you guys to run.
No, because for like every time we learn a little bit more. See, next time we're just gonna have holy water in a squirt bottle.
Invent the super soaker.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if
Alright.
Willow can do it, why can't we? The same time period.
It's actually that. Fuck off. You know what? We're starting combat. Alright. Alright, we're gonna start off with Rebecca. Rebecca, you see a figure in the mist, running full tilt, sword drawn, headless.
I mean, she's gonna shoot at it,
Alright?
and she's gonna miss. You know what? I'm gonna spin the luck.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's what, 19? Sure, why not?
19.
Blasting.
Now you're doing a single shot or a triple
Yep.
shot?
Single.
Single. Alright. Yeah. Honestly, that's accurate.
So theoretically, if Nathan starts carving religious symbols into the handle of his shillelagh,
We can revisit that thought later. Alright, so you're gonna spend 19 luck to do 8 damage. Alright. Cool. Would you like to do anything else?
Just so that like her token was here, and so I got a little scared, so I moved it over here.
Oh yeah, no, it's just the tracker. We're not
Okay.
actually. Yeah, this is theater of the mind fight.
Great. She will, move back a little bit though.
Mm-hmm. Alright, Evie.
Evie, I don't think she has a weapon here. I guess trying to knowledge at this would be like in a cult roll or something, right?
Yep, or Cthulhu Mythos.
Or Cthulhu Mythos.
More of a Cthulhu Mythos than a cult.
Okay. You know what? Fucking YOLO. Alright, let's... Why not? That's why not. Anyway, that's my turn. Evie will try to take a tactical position behind Danny.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to do?
Was attempting. Oh, I guess that wasn't an action?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Again, there's no action, bonus action in the system.
I'm so used to that.
Mm-hmm.
Evie doesn't have a weapon unless she still has her rifle. I didn't mention her having it out though, so
Pull it out.
yeah, pull out rifle.
Yeah. I mean, she had 5 seconds to run, and then no one ran. She could have taken it out if you'd like.
Yeah, pull out rifle. I don't think she can shoot, probably, but pull out rifle.
Ah, I don't have a token for Benny. Benny, you are now a knife. Alright.
That'll be it for me.
Okie doke. Wait, what the fuck? Alright, you know what? We're just gonna keep this simple. We skipped the 3 of you are tied. I rearranged it, so now Eva's at the bottom. We're just gonna move her to the top. Elaine.
How close is this thing?
At the moment, halfway through sprinting at you guys. It's about, like, I don't know, 20 feet out.
Okay, so it's within shotgun range.
Y'all are so violent.
She is.
Yeah, I'm surprised Elaine is going after it.
Mm-hmm.
She's
I
been
mean,
emboldened
she
by
has-
shotgun.
It's not even that she's emboldened, because, like, I still imagine her hiding behind someone and shooting. And praying. But I don't know what else she could do. That's the thing. This is combat.
Mm-hmm. She
Actually,
could run.
She's also the occult person, so.
Well, yeah. That's what I was gonna see about rolling a cult, but like.
We'll say Ghost would be Cthulhu Mythos.
Cthulhu Mythos? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm gonna leave this to luck.
Hmm.
Well. That is good. Yeah. She's gonna shoot.
Okay. Roll. Rip.
And then
Now.
hide behind Danny.
Question, was that one of your... I'm assuming that was one of the rock salt shells, right?
Hey now, I'm hiding behind Danny.
Okay,
You
then I'll
can't
hide
do
behind
everything
Evie.
I do.
Then I'll hide behind Evie then. If that's what you want.
Evie hiding behind Danny. Elaine hiding behind Evie.
Fucking double layer of protection. Then Danny just takes off running.
I'll hide behind a tree. Fuck it. There's a nearby tree that she can kind of get behind.
Well, you're in luck. There are so many trees.
Perfect.
Okay, but just to clarify, I'm assuming that was one of your rock salt shells, right?
Yes. Yes, it was. And I am
Okay.
marking it down.
Yep. Okay. All right. Was that all?
That is it.
Danny.
Unless.
Um,
Oh, no, never mind. That'll be it.
Okay.
Well, Danny still only has machete, so are we still in 2 feet of water?
Nope. You guys are on land now. It's a little muddy, but it's land.
Okay, so take out machete
Mm-hmm.
and take out salt. I
Okay.
think we're just gonna start pouring salt on the ground in front of Evie.
Salt line.
Mm-hmm.
Okie doke. You can make a salt line. Anything else you'd like to do?
I think that is it for me.
Okie doke. All right, Nathan.
Well, Nathan is just gonna kind of take a few strides over to the side, so he is kind of more off from the group. So maybe if the ghost is pissed off enough, because he was the one that shot first anyway,
Mm-hmm.
he's just gonna shoot again. This will be his second bullet, which means he's gonna have to reload afterward. Where is the shotgun skill? That is a hard success.
Okay.
And my combat for shotgun. So it was 20 feet?
Yep.
So that is 2d6 plus 1d4. 1, 2.
Got a thick damage bonus.
Yeah. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okie doke. Was that with the rock salt?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Benny, like Rebecca, practiced, pulls out gun, fires off a round, manages to clip. Does a little bit of damage. It's respectable. Could have been better, though. Avram.
So, with Benny having shot it, does it respond normally to being shot with mundane bullets?
Nope. It did not look like it got phased at all, really.
Well, that's good. Did any of the stories mention anything but people just running away from him? Did anybody try to touch the treasure?
Nope. Everyone kind of always just got chased off because a headless ghost is running at you with a sword. Most people would run.
Cowards.
For better or worse, we are not most people.
Mm-hmm.
Avram's going to try to, as he charges, get behind him and head to where it looked like he would have been guarding.
Okay, so it's kind of like up ahead, past him is where you're trying to get to?
Yeah, let him charge, go around the charge, and then head towards where he was.
Okay, yeah, you can definitely do that. Go in an arc. around the charge, because this man is gunning for Nathan.
Yeah, I mean, good luck with that.
Yeah, I'll say you can try and separate. This would be separating yourself from the group, though. The fog's gotten thick enough that effectively leaving this area, you would not be able to see them very well. But you can if you'd like.
That is a problem, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fuck it, we ball.
Okay. So, Avram, you go around the charging ghost and bypass it a bit to go to where it was seemingly guarding. Through the trees, through the fog, and as you move, you start to see less and less of your friends. And the fog just gets very, very, very thick as you continue onwards. To a point where the ghost was, the fog was thick enough that you can only really see about 10 feet around you. Alright. Godspeed, Avram. Is that
Alright,
all?
so I imagine that's it for him.
Okie doke. Alright, Nathan. This ghost's charging for you. And as he gets closer, you guys are able to very clearly see the semi-transparent, sort of corporeal body with its head missing. Its neck is thick and gooey. You see the blood trail leaving its body and staining his white shirt. He's got a dark black overcoat with high boots and his sword drawn, charging straight for Nathan. I'd like everyone to roll me a sanity.
Ooh, that's barely a success for me.
Same.
All right.
I have failed.
Okie doke. If you have failed, oh, what the fuck? Okay. All right. I'm gonna do. Those that failed are going to lose 5 sanity.
That's good.
All right. And I believe this might trigger a bout of madness. Possibly. All right. Yep. Everyone else is going to lose 2. But you see, Danny and Avram failed.
Yep.
I'm going to need intelligence rolls from both of you to resist going into a bout of madness.
Boy, madness.
It's nice knowing you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Unless
Huh. So this is the third time tonight I've rolled a 91.
Your
Well,
dice are so cursed, Matt.
Here's the thing about rolling for a bout of madness. You want to fail.
Oh.
As a
Yes.
hard success. Oh boy, Danny. Alright, I want you to roll me a d10. A 7. Okie doke. So tell me, Avram, you're able to keep your cool and keep your wits about you as this whatever the fuck this is, Ghost, starts charging and goes straight for Nathan. But Danny, I'd like you to walk me through what's he thinking, what's he feeling, seeing.
I think the first emotion is just straight panic, because Nathan's been acting as his mentor.
Mhm.
Oh goodness me. We'll start to flinch. Because the scar is on his dominant hand, perhaps start thinking that he feels that pain, but it's like a phantom pain.
Mhm.
And he's probably imagining it, but he's starting to feel that heat again.
Mm. So, what happens here, what I think would be interesting here, is Danny is going to suffer from a really intense emotional outburst for 7 rounds. Think hysterics. From that intense feeling of panic and memories that are kind of just brought to the forefront of his mind. And Nathan,
Yes.
I will just ask you what your AC is. It's not the thing here. Boop, 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 boop. Another one. Nathan, as this comes running towards you, getting to a stop right in front of you, sword coming down, trying to swipe at you, going straight for your neck, you're going to take 8 damage.
I don't even get to roll against it?
Oh, right! Yeah, okay, you're right. Dodging fire back. Sorry, I just wanted to finish this round to cut off in time. I'm staring at the clock. You're going to fight back or dodge?
I have to beat him if I fight back, right?
Yes.
So I think Nathan.
I'm looking for a hard success, by the way.
Ooh. Nathan will try to dodge.
Okay.
So that's just me rolling a dexterity, right?
Dodge skill.
Dodge skill. Oh, there it is. Well, that's just a success.
Okie doke. Alright. It's a big hit.
Was how much?
8.
Major wound.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and roll me a con save. Not con save, constitution. To stay conscious.
That's a success.
Alright, so Nathan, you're hit. It hurts, but you're still up. And we're just gonna call it here for the first round. This guy hurts a lot.
What did you say the name of this town was? TPKville? Our chunky boys! Our poor chunky boys!
Not truly chunky, because Cthulhu does not allow for chunky.
Nope.
It sucks.
Mm-hmm.